Does it ever feel like your mind is a relentless detective, constantly searching for hidden meanings in every glance, every silence, every word left unsaid? Do you find yourself shape-shifting to please others, bending your own needs until they nearly snap, all in the name of keeping a fragile peace? And in the quiet moments, do you catch yourself asking, when do I get to just be me? If this sounds familiar, it's likely you were raised by narcissistic parents. And while that's no cause for celebration, it is a testament to your incredible strength. You didn't just get through a difficult childhood, you were enrolled in an advanced course in psychological warfare. This training didn't break you. Instead, it forged you, leaving you with 3 extraordinary traits that most people will never understand. They might envy them, fear them, or misunderstand them entirely. And we'll also explore a 4th bonus trait, a hidden skill that many who possess it don't even recognize in themselves. By the time we're done, you won't just see these traits in yourself, you will have a blueprint for turning them from subconscious burdens into your greatest superpowers. We'll explore real-life examples that bring these abilities to life, so be sure to stay until the very end. Your first inherited skill is a kind of hyper-awareness, an emotional radar that never sleeps. As a child, you learn to scan the emotional atmosphere of a room with the precision of a master spy. Every subtle shift in tone, every flicker of an eye, every pregnant pause was a piece of data you had to analyze for a single reason. Your emotional and physical safety depended on it. As one person described it, I knew my father was angry by the way his keys sounded when he put them on the table. It was a signal to become invisible. This constant vigilance became so ingrained that walking on eggshells felt as natural as breathing. This isn't paranoia, it's a highly sophisticated form of training. Your brain was literally rewired to detect hidden agendas, unspoken resentments, and the subtle currents of manipulation that flow beneath the surface of human interaction. You notice the micro-expressions that betray a liar, the almost imperceptible shifts in energy when someone is uncomfortable, the subtle dissonance in a voice that most people would completely miss. The tremendous advantage of this is that you are a human truth serum. Heightened empathy can also be exploited by others who sense that you will always try to understand, always give more than you receive. To find balance, you must learn to set conscious boundaries. Remind yourself that you are not responsible for managing everyone else's emotional state. Practices like mindfulness can help you learn to quiet the radar, to turn down the volume when it's not needed. When you harness this trait with intention, it stops being a burden and becomes your personal compass for navigating the truth. The second trait is what we can call the art of social camouflage. Growing up, you learned a painful but vital lesson. Your authentic self was not always welcome or safe. So, you adapted. You became a chameleon, mastering the ability to be whatever the situation required. With one parent, you were the perfect, obedient child. With the other, you were the driven high achiever. At school, you might have been the quiet observer, careful not to draw attention. This constant transformation became your primary survival tool. As one survivor put it, I didn't realize I was doing it until a friend asked me why I acted like a different person with my family. The truth was, I was a different person in every room I entered. The upside to this is your incredible adaptability. You can walk into any social situation, a tense boardroom meeting, a chaotic family reunion, a gathering of complete strangers, and you instinctively know how to blend in, read the room, and thrive. You connect with a wide range of personalities with an ease that others find remarkable, never realizing the intense training that went into developing this skill. The downside, however, can be a deep sense of identity confusion. After years of wearing masks, many who grew up this way are haunted by the question, who am I when no one is watching? The very masks that once protected you can begin to feel like a prison, leaving you feeling hollow and disconnected from your own desires. You might even struggle to make basic decisions because your instincts are wired to please others before pleasing yourself. The path forward is through gradual authenticity. You must learn to let your true self emerge, piece by piece, in safe spaces. Use your chameleon skill consciously, as a tool you choose to use, not as an automatic reflex. Take time to reflect on your genuine values, passions, and beliefs, and feel a sense of panic when I'm not productive. Burnout just feels like my normal state of being. This deep-seated drive means you can outwork, outlast, and out-strategize almost anyone. The cost of this superpower is high. It often leads to chronic stress, debilitating perfectionism, and a constant, nagging feeling that you must always prove your worth. Adults with this trait often take on far too much responsibility and struggle to delegate because relying on others feels fundamentally unsafe. One woman shared how she consistently worked late and volunteered for every difficult project. Her boss saw it as admirable dedication, but she recognized it as an ingrained survival pattern. Once she understood this, she consciously began to set boundaries, pace herself, and trust her team. Her performance didn't suffer, but her quality of life improved dramatically. The lesson here is that surviving is not the same as living. You must actively teach yourself the things you were never taught, the value of rest, the importance of joy, and the strength in softness. Treat your work ethic like a powerful engine, one that you can choose to throttle down, not a life sentence of constant labor. And now for the bonus trait, a skill I call the Silent Strategist. Having spent a lifetime predicting moods, scanning for threats, and reading unspoken cues, many children of narcissists become masters of long-term, unconscious planning. Instead of reacting with impulse, you calculate, you observe, you wait for the opportune moment. It's as if you have a grand chessboard in your mind, constantly thinking 5 moves ahead. You recognize patterns in people's behavior, anticipate their reactions, and know precisely when to speak up and when to remain silent. One man realized, "I've been doing this my entire life." I would play out entire arguments in my head before they happened, planning for every possible response. It used to feel like a curse, but now I see it as my greatest asset. The advantage is exceptional problem-solving and negotiation skills. You are rarely caught by surprise and can navigate complex social and professional landscapes with a quiet confidence. The shadow side of this is a tendency toward overthinking and a sense of isolation. When you're always strategizing, you can become trapped in your own mind, hesitating to act or doubting your own who thinks 3 steps ahead of everyone else. Each of these can either be an invisible force controlling your life or a powerful tool you wield with intention. You did not merely survive. You graduated from a psychological boot camp with a set of skills most people could never imagine. As one viewer perfectly stated, "It's like you held up a mirror to my soul. I always thought my overanalyzing was a flaw. Now I see it was a feature, forged in the fires of survival." Recognizing these traits is not just about validation, it is about liberation. Use these insights to understand your past, protect your energy in the present, and finally turn your instincts for survival into a blueprint for a life where you truly thrive. If this exploration has helped you see yourself in a new light, show your support by liking this video. Comment below with the trait you relate to the most and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology, survival, and the art of healing from a difficult past. Remember, you weren't just made, you were forged.